Pack a bowl, my friend, and don't forget to pass that blend. Pack it up, my friend, and then we'll light up and we'll smoke in the ashes in the end. Pack a bowl, my friend. Pass me that blend, would you? Welcome back in, y'all. Thanks for stopping back by. Do appreciate you, as always. Sitting with me for a little bit. And we've talked about some things here. Made a new pipe rest, pipe stand, whatever. We're going to be giving that away. I really like it, y'all. I'm excited to show it to you. And I got a new pipe and a new blend. So a lot of things going on today. Other way, I know it looks different behind me and the scenery here. I brought everything upstairs from where I had my computer and all my stuff into my little getaway spot. Our house has one room above the garage, which is what I'm in right now. And when we moved into this house, I quickly claimed this room for my little man cave getaway spot. Decorated it, got a home theater system in here and all that good stuff. So I can come up here, smoke a pipe, watch a movie, have a good time. So I thought it was only fitting that I go ahead and bring all my equipment up here, have all my tobaccos and everything up here. And that way the other room can be a pure spare bedroom. So when the kids come, they don't have to worry about, any of my stuff in that area. So we're up here. No CGI. Tell me what you think about that. Is this nicer? Is this better without the CGI? I only did the CGI because I thought it was fun when I first started. Thought it was neat to be able to have different scenery behind you. And then if for some reason my room was messy, I could hide all that with that CGI. But what do you think? Let me know. And then secondly, too, that intro song to my video that y'all hopefully just heard, I did that song. I recorded it, played the guitars, everything. I didn't play the drums. That's a computer-generated drum set. But I did all that, and I did the singing on it. I thought it was fun. I had fun doing it. What do y'all think of that intro song? Who knows? Maybe once in a while I'll go ahead and record and do something different. It's fun. Like I told you before, I like to play music. So, what do you think? But anyways, let's get to what we got to talk about today. Before we get into the new pipe rest that I built, let's go ahead and introduce the newest pipe to my collection, y'all. And I had been looking at these pipes for quite some time. I was fascinated with the majority of their line of pipes is unfinished. Nording does a lot of that. I'm sure there's others out there that do it, but this company is known for doing it a lot. And I looked at this pipe and I didn't have a Dublin. And I thought, you know what? I'd like a Dublin. And I really want to try a pipe from Morgan Bones. Morgan, their Bare Bones line. Here she is right here. So it's rusticated. Oh well, yeah, it's sandblasted basically. Got a sandblast. Vulcanite black stem, not a big deal. Just classic fishtail black stem right there. But one thing about the Dublin that I have noticed is the bowl shape goes like a V, kind of like this. And so you pack, and as you're smoking, all that seems to funnel down to the bottom of the bowl, and I want to believe that it does better. Now I did notice this because I have a Savinelli, my dry system Savinelli. The bowl does that also, and I always noticed that sometimes it can be a challenge to smoke your bowl all the way to the bottom, have nothing but ashes left. But with those ones that are in a V, my Savinelli, I noticed, um, I didn't have that problem. It was you could basically, if you treat it right, you could smoke your bowl all the way down to the bottom, not a problem. This Dublin is the same way, so I'm really excited to see how that works. It's going to patina over time, so that's always fun. As the last pipe I built, um, I left it alone, and it is patina-ing, turning color, wearing in just fine, and it's fun to watch it darken and do its own thing. The wood take its own characteristics. So I hope to do the same thing here with this one. I've already had a couple bowls out of this one, and it seems to already be darkening from when I got it brand new. It was a little lighter than this. So as time goes by, we'll see what happens. But in the bowl, y'all, I do have a brand new blend. And like I said, I'm always trying to widen my palate. I'm mainly a burly Perique guy. Um, but I was reading on a new blend here recently while I was ordering this pipe. I decided, you can't just order a pipe. You gotta, get some tobacco too. So I did. Of course, I got me some more Chenaise cake, and thought like, I gotta widen my palate, continue to widen it. So of course, I'm looking at the Virginias. Now, I seen this one here, and it caught my eye, so I started reading on it, and it's called Redburn, of course, by Cornell and Deal. It still has some burleys in it, but it has Virginias and some topping. So I'll go ahead and read what it has here. It says, beginning with healthy portions of white and dark burley, blended with red and bright Virginia leaf, Redburn, then uh, incorporates a touch of spicy, dark fired Kentucky, topping it off with the flavors of dark rum and molasses, and then pressing it, of course, into an old fashioned crumble cake. I do like the crumble cakes, y'all. Um, the only reason I can think why I like the crumble cakes is because they 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 say when they press them, it marries the flavors better. Along with you, they don't dry out as fast as a normal ribbon cut or square cut or whatever. Um, well, I mean, same with your old dark fired, the press on those. Um, but yeah, the cakes, I tend to favor the cakes over just a normal ribbon cut like you would find in an old Joe Krantz or whatever. Um, but so that is in the pipe today. Before I light that one up, y'all, I do want to tell you, you can definitely smell the topping. It said it had a rum molasses. I don't really smell too much of the molasses, but yes, sir, I can smell the rum in there. Kind of a savory, sweet, sour smell. So for those of you that like aromatics, I would definitely say that this, and you want to break out, of your aromatic palette and get into something else, maybe expand your palette like I'm trying to do personally. I would definitely tell you to give Redburn by Cornell and Deal a try. I've already had a couple bowls of it. Um, because even though it's the majority of it's just regular tobaccos, they do give you those toppings of the rum and the molasses. They're very light, but it's sweet enough for you aromatic smokers to say, hey, I got possibly a faux arrow kick out of that blend. That would be red burnt. I'm sure there's others out there, but this one right here I can tell you about. Secondly, while I was on, ordering my pie, I did, or I got Haunted Bookshelf all day long, but I noticed they had Haunted Bookshelf shop in a cake. So I went ahead and ordered the cake because I thought, shoot, I like the cakes. Haunted Bookshop itself is just like a ribbon cut. But the cake, I thought, I wonder. I was curious. Does it marry the flavors a lot better in the cake? So I did get the Haunted Bookshop's cake. We'll find out about that one. It's got a little bit of age on it. It was made in April. But also bought me another small tin of Shanae's cake, just so I can put this away and put some age on it while I smoke some of the big guys over here. Um, but yeah, let's go ahead and get this lit up. Like I said, in this new Dublin, I really like it. Morgan Bones, and light her up. Not much drying time. Um, with toppings, I thought to myself, it's probably going to be a little moister than a normal blend would be, and I'd like to think that's the case. So I put it in my tobacco valet right here and let it um, dry out a little bit. By the way, y'all, I recovered my lighter. Um, it's a Chinese lighter, of course. Got it off Amazon. Y'all have seen it before, but it had like a cheap little vinyl wrap around it to make it look like um, leather. Well, it started coming unglued, and while I was at work one day, I was like, "Well, that's bullshit," and I just tore it off. And I was content to see it as this gunmetal gray that's basically it's in. But while I was doing my project yesterday, which we'll look at here in this video, I looked over and I seen my scrap box, and I said, I wonder. And I picked up a piece of leather that I've had from projects way back, wrapped it around the pipe, and wrapped it around the lighter. And I said, hey, yeah, that'll work. So after I got done with my project, I cut it out and I sewed it in place. And I like the way it looks. Gave it a little custom look. And so nice. Nice that I could do that. Just put a little sew there in the back. I didn't use any glue or anything, just sewed it in place. And it's nice and tight. Good stuff. Well, back to tobacco, y'all. I know I squirrel out and I jump all over the place. Right off the bat, you can definitely taste and smell the rum in this blend. Um, those dark fired Kentuckys are coming through. Uh, I'm not really tasting much of the Burleys or the light red Virginias. Maybe probably somewhere partly down the bowl, you probably start pulling out some flavors. But right off the bat, you definitely can taste that rum. So, like I said, for you aromatic smokers, you probably might just like this one. Hmm. Yeah, just a hint of molasses in there. I mean, sometimes you think, oh, that's the flavor, and you wonder, am I grasping, am I reaching for it, or is that truly the flavor? Um, I like to think so, but that rum is definitely very present. It's driving the bus there, and dark fire Kentuckys, they stand out to me right off the bat. So that's good. That's a good thing. So far, I really like this blend. Um, when I get done with this tin, I'll make a decision on whether I want to buy it in a larger bulk amount or whatever. Because I'm hoping, I didn't look, they might have some of the big cans like you see here. If they do, well, then I'll go ahead, if I like it, and I'll get me a big can of it. Hmm. But yeah, let's get on, y'all. I like the blend. I do. I like it. And with the proper dry time, it stays decently lit the whole bowl way through, unless you start talking like I do. Um, I got a couple things before we get on. Um, Mr. Glenn Moon, who's been showing off his work here on the channel, I'm definitely happy to show that for him. Does great stuff. Also, Mr. Mark Cox, I wanted to give you an update on a tobacco valet that he made. Just wonderful stuff, y'all, from Mr. Glenn Moon and Mr. Mark Cox. Let's get over here and check it out. So Mr. Mark Cox, he emails me and decided, I've got a lot of pipes, basically is what he says. I'm paraphrasing. Um, and he was running out of space on his pipe holder. So he whipped up a new one like it was nothing. Here you go. Boom. Whipped up a new one. Check it out, y'all. This thing is one, two, three. It's a triple decker. And right in the middle, he made a spot where you could put a jar of, I suppose, for accessories or tobacco or whatever. Um, Show the next picture here. So yeah, now you can see in the very top there, he's got a jar there. I don't know if it's got tobacco in it or not. Maybe he's got accessories in there. But check that out. He's one, two, three, triple decker, y'all. All the pipes on a lazy Susan, so he can just turn it. I know because Mr. Glenn Moon made a nice rack for myself, and I appreciate it and I love it. Sits there in the living room. Um, but yeah, so now, I mean, good Lord, at this point, you just spin that thing around until a pipe talks to you and says it would like to be smoked at that point, I guess. But wonderful work there from Mr. Glenn Moon. Got some, looks like some aromatics here in the back, though, too. Another small pipe rack in the back there. Yeah, so Mr. Glenn Moon's got options when he is looking for a pipe to smoke, y'all. Next, we're going to go on to Mr. Mark Cox. And I showed his valet how he formed it in a bowl. And but and I also showed you some of his work where he'd used a laser to etch a design into the leather. He's done the same thing here with his tobacco valet that he made. Let me see if I can lift this up a little bit. Yeah, there you go. All right, so yeah, so um, nice work here, y'all. So on the bottom of his, it says tobacco, of course, as you all can see, with some tobacco leaves behind it. Wonderfully formed tobacco valet right there from Mr. Mark Cox. I think we got another picture here. Yeah, okay. Well, he's also showing off the little pipe temper that I made for him, along with the stem that I made for his country gentleman right there. So just a wonderful, wonderful. Mr. Mark Cox, very talented. Mr. Glenn Moon, very talented people. Remember, y'all, I enjoy showing off everybody else's work. I enjoy showing off mine, but I enjoy showing off y'all's work too. So if you got something you're proud of, something you made, and it may not necessarily have to do with tobacco and pipes and all those things, but you just want to show off your handiwork, email me, give me a picture of it, and we will showcase it on the channel here. Um, all y'all are out there that are handy. I know there's got to be a bunch of you out there that are handy. Um, send me a picture, and we'll show it off. But let's get back to the talking screen here. Like this pipe back up. Now I did make a brand new pipe rest. And this one is going to be for a giveaway. I sat there and stared at the blank leather for a little while to try and get some inspiration. What did I want to do? And y'all, I got to be quite honest with you. I kind of drew a blank. Um, I had been so busy this last week that I didn't have time to really dream anything up. So I had thought about just doing one of the old crowns that I had done before. Um, and then I thought, no, no, we need to at least kick it up a notch. And if y'all recall, one of the very first pie press I ever made was from my Nording, and it was pretty custom. It was kind of ornate. It wasn't just a piece of leather band, that was dyed or whatever. And so I thought, you know what? Let's do another one of those, a variation of one of those. So I pulled out. I just happened to save my pattern from the first one I did, and I went ahead and um, whipped out that pattern and slightly altered the pattern. And we're going to go ahead and check out pictures from that right now. So let me get, let's pull back. So right here. All right, so this is um, the pattern. So my original pattern's back here, and this is the original piece right here, y'all, that I made. Let me try and bring that where you can check that out. Okay, yeah. So that's the original piece that I made right here. Yeah, kind of ornate, brown with some yellow and some darker brown on top with the little wings back here to, cradle your stem on the pipe. And I made that one especially for my Nording. But here I decided to go ahead and alter my um, original design just slightly. And I went ahead and drew it onto a blank piece of leather here. As you can see, I almost started to do a crown. And I thought, no, no, let's not do that. So went ahead, got her all done up right there. So got it all cut out and got that going there. Now I went ahead and I decided to separate it. As I'm looking at a piece, I think to myself, what needs to be done here? What can I do to make this, of course, look different than my first one? And what would look right? What would look good? And so I first thought I'll go ahead and separate two pieces of the design itself. So I went ahead and took my leather etching blade and I cut lines in it to separate two the pieces there, so it looks like two different ones, but it's all one piece, of course. You already seen that. And now go ahead. I went ahead and decided the bottom section of it to go ahead and use a stamping tool and give it some texture on the bottom, almost as if the top was sitting on this bottom textured area. Pull that up. You can see that there. So it's textured with this tool right here. You get the leather wet, and then you take a hammer and the tool and just start punching away until it's done. And there we go. Got it all textured up. And I like the way it turned out. I do. I like the way it turned out. I decided to go ahead just to do something extra. Put a line up top so we could separate and do maybe some different colors or whatever while I am building this thing up. So I used my skiving tool right here. And I made a line right here between the top section right there. And then once the line was there, I went ahead and looked and thought, what else can I do? Well, I took another stamping tool and thickened that line basically with this tool and made these little dots to, uh, separate the two areas right there. So I decided to go ahead and stain the black on the very top edge of this design. And we'll go on and see more about that. Wow. Okay, in true fashion. Uh, so you can see it's basically all stained out. Now I decided that I wanted to go ahead and kick it up more of a notch. What can I do? I had thought about using these turquoise cabochons right here. Putting those in, I had some malachite right here, which would have looked nice, and some Swarovski crystals, which are kind of just laying all over the place right here. And so I thought, let's go ahead and use just the crystals. Swarovski crystals, they shine like a diamond, y'all. They're amazing. And I went ahead and burnt in some areas, as you can tell right here. And then I went and glued in the Swarovski crystals right in the middle of the burnt in area. Now, once I got done staining this, I actually sat back and looked at it, and I thought, that kind of looks a little Christmassy, a little rugged, but I like the way it turned out. The colors look really nice. So you got your wings back here, which can cradle a Canadian or a billiard. And then your normal bent pipes, of course. Your stem's not going to sit back in the cradle, but that's fine. Um, and I went ahead and used a Chicago screw on it. I could have used a snap, I could have riveted, but I used a Chicago screw, a gunmetal Chicago screw. Now you can see these Swarovski crystals, it's almost as if they're glowing. The red ones and then the white ones, the clear ones. Almost kind of looks like a medieval king's crown. I don't know, y'all. You be the judge of that. Looks pretty good. I like it. I really do. Anyways, we're going to be giving this one away. So I'm telling y'all right now, officially, go ahead and put your name in the hat. And we'll give this one away. Looks really nice, y'all. Really nice. I did put crystals back here in the wings. I don't know if you can see those. You might be able to see it right there. Yeah, just for the hell of it. Yeah, just because I wanted to. Yeah, that's it. Um, and another picture of it. You can see the Chicago screw right here. I have my 7 LA Alligators series sitting in there. My 671 KS, I think it is. Can't remember what number. But yeah, if you're interested in knowing, with the green stem. Um, yeah, so there it is on my table. Kind of hard to see. Lighting wasn't that really well with my lighter that I recovered. Yeah. But that's it, y'all. So I'll show it to you here in person. Here she is. Right here. Let's go ahead and put the old pipe in it so you can see it. It's not focusing too good right now, is it? There we go. There we go. All right. So I did go ahead and put a satin sheen on this. Got a nice little satin sheen. And like I said, it'll cradle the back of your stem here. Um, Maybe you have some pipes that, the stem bends right here. I mean, yeah. And it is leather. So if you decided you wanted to custom form it to your pipe, you just get a little wet, just a little damp, and then you can take and bend and form it to maybe fit one of your favorite pipes. Maybe you want to dedicate this holder to one pipe. You can do that. But there it is, y'all. I really like it. I had fun doing it, and looks good. Looks good. So go ahead, put your name in the hat. Comment below is the way we normally do it. And let me know. You have to let me know that you would like the pipe rest or whatever. Just some guys say put me in the hat. Some guys say I'm in. Just you have to let me know that you want it, and then we'll put everybody's names down as always, and we'll go ahead and spin and give this away on the next video. But I wanted to go ahead because I'm kind of excited to get the build a pipe project going. So I'm going to go ahead and give you all your first clue, and they're not going to be that hard, y'all. Figure it out, write it down, whatever. Your first clue is what comes with fire? What comes with fire? The 5-letter word. 5-letter word. What comes with fire? That's your first one, and write that down. And over the next 3 or 4 videos, we'll have more clues until I tell you to give us an answer in email form once again. But comment down below if you want to be in for the pipe rest, and we'll give that guy away. Let me know what you think about my new surroundings, y'all. Is this cool? Is this good? Don't know. The intro, let me know about the intro. But thanks for stopping back by, y'all. We got a little long on this video. I'm sorry. But thanks for sticking around. Appreciate you as always. And until next time, y'all, take care of yourselves. And we'll see you. Pack a bowl, my friend. And don't forget to pass that blend. Pack it up, my friend. And then we'll light up and we'll smoke in the ashes in the end. Pack a bowl, my friend. Pass me that blend, would you?